Time for you to go beast mode. King of the jungle, cause you're an animal. Time for you to go overload. Eat your competition alive, cause you're an animal.
What's my competition? Only me. Go head to head with my enemies and smash them to smithereens. Calisthenics burning calories. Bring that fire ready to blow up. Now we're the kerosene. You're a fighter, never gon' give up, never gon' back down. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Yeehaw! Welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, aka Week 4 of high school football in Arkansas, aka the start of conference play and all kinds of crazy matchups, partner.
That's right, and speaking of the Wild Wild West, over in West Little Rock, there was a crazy game, our game of the week between Pulaski Academy and Little Rock Christian. The Pulaski Academy Bruins have won the past 5 matchups, and the Little Rock Christian Warriors hoping to get that dub at home. We've got the Bruins forcing a turnover on downs, and then PA's Brandon Cobb still's got that cast on his arm, but it doesn't matter. He sends it to the end zone, and that's Walden Culpepper who catches it perfectly. It's 6-0 Bruins. But Little Rock Christian has the Auburn commit Walker White, who has the stiff arm, and he just uses his legs, goes out of bounds near the red zone. He's got the first down. This time he's sending it to Tate Collins. He gets free and he just takes off, and that's a 7-6 lead for Little Rock Christian. Next drive on the same play, Collins pushed out of bounds right there near the goal line, and then Little Rock Christian, they keep it going. White rolls to the left and then shoots that thing to Cade Bowman for the score, and it's 14-6 Warriors. Next drive, Collins gets that thing again, and he nearly scores. They try to bring him down, and then Walker White throws a just perfect pass to Klein Hooten with the diving catch right there, making it 21-6 Warriors. Little Rock Christian wins this one 55-6 over PA. This is the first time the Bruins have been on the bad side of the mercy roll in 18 years.
Little Rock Catholic, maybe the surprise story of Arkansas high school football last year, their first perfect 10-0 regular season in team history. This year, well, they're not going to be perfect. They lost a tight one to Benton last week, but a chance to bounce back last night at home. With Searcy in town, the Lions coming down to War Memorial Stadium. But first off, here come the Rockets. First drive, well, they'd get close enough to try for 3. Will Aaron, yes he will, knocks it through the uprights. It's 3-0. Next drive, here comes that Rocket offense. Jackson, England. It's Brooks Ward. He's taken down inside the 2-yard line, and then why not? England calls his own number. He punches it in for 6, and it's 10-0 Rockets. Next quarter, very similar, just on the other side of the field. Jackson, England once again with a QB keeper, and Rockets starting to run away with this one, and why not? War Memorial Stadium, where they want to end their season, also where they get to play their home games, and Jackson, England, the sophomore quarterback, settling right into those big shoes left by Sam Sanders. He scampers in for another rushing touchdown, and Little Rock Catholic runs away with this one. Big bounce back win to start conference play.
Up next, we've got Little Rock Central hosting North Little Rock. Both teams looking for their first win of the year. North Little Rock quarterback Tyson Braden gets this one to Javante Harris. He almost knocks me over, but it's okay. For the first down, then North Little Rock's Harris just stumbles on in to the end zone, making it 7-zip with just a few seconds left in that first quarter. Then we've got Little Rock Central defense getting a stop on 4th down, and that causes that turnover on down. However, the Tigers can't capitalize off of it. North Little Rock's Braden this time shoots it way up to Caden Pettis, who is like the Waffle House, always open, giving the Charging Wildcats a 14-zip lead, and North Little Rock would hang on to this one easily, winning 14-6 over Central.
All right, let's head north and east up to Jonesboro. That's where Cabot starts 7A Central play, and they're starting things off with a bang. 4th down in the first quarter, Cooper Powell takes it in for 6. And Cabot on top by a touchdown in the early going. Not for long, though. Jonesboro Nice play there for the Hurricane in the back of the end zone, ties things up 7-7. Now, here comes the Panthers again, though. Powell, handoff to Hayes Cox. He hits the edge. He hits the end zone. 14-7 Panthers. Jonesboro, next drive, trying to come right back. Big completion. Chris Stacy comes it down with it for the first down, but then a couple plays later, chaos. Cabot ends up with the football after the Jonesboro fumble. And then on that drive, though, Cabot forced to punt, but then once again, no one could hang on to the football in this game. Jonesboro picks up the punt at the 5, maybe not the wisest of choices. The mistake compounded when Cabot falls on it, but then Cabot trying the direct snap play again. Ball was slippery. I don't know, maybe someone oiled it up before kickoff or something. 3 fumbles in a row for these teams. Eventually the Panthers settled down for a field goal in their next possession, and Cabot comes away with the win to start 7A Central play.
All right, up next, we've got Watson Chapel. They're heading on the road to Robinson. Watson Chapel, of course, looking for their first win of the year, but that's always hard to get when you're playing against a team like Robinson. Watson Chapel punts to Robinson's Jacob Coleman, who dodges everyone and gets away from the tackle. Look at him. There he goes, just absolutely going there. And then up next, Robinson, the Senators, still doing some work. This time it's Isaiah Reese who just gets in the end zone easily, and that's a touchdown for those Senators. And then Robinson's like, hey, let's just do it again. And we've got to celebrate. Spoiled it for you. Celebrate when you got a good win, you got a good game going on. It's always fun to have. All right, this time it's Jalen Knowlton, and he knows what to do, getting a touchdown for his squad. And it's a 35-7 win for the Robinson Senators.
All right, on to some 5A action. Little Rock Mills playing host to Whitehall. Achilles Ringo in the early going slings it to Akel Madison for a big gain. That drive, though, would stall with no points for the Comets. Now here comes Whitehall. 3rd down and 15. Noah Smith scrambling. Finally finds Christopher Joe over the middle. He breaks one tackle, and then those long legs are going to take him all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Huge pickup on 3rd and long, and that leads to this. Noah Smith plunging in himself. It's 7-0 Bulldogs. Next drive, same duo. Smith to Joe for another long gain deep inside the red zone. This time from the goal line, it would be Jaden Smith, the Air Force commit at running back, finishing the drive off for the Bulldogs. 14-0 Whitehall. Don't look now, they might be the surprise of the early season in the 5A. Still though, Achilles Ringo, Ringo's a star. He hits Madison again for another long gain. He's finally dragged down inside the 5-yard line. And then it's the big man. He's a defensive line commit to the Razorbacks next year, Charleston Collins. They call his number on offense. You see why. He rumbles in for 6. 14-6 Whitehall. Right before half, though, Mills looking deep, but we found Achilles' heel. It's Kyan Weston with the interception. The Bulldogs lead 14-6 at the break. The Bulldogs lead 27-24 with 15 seconds left, but Ringo to Madison, less than 10 seconds to play, the jump ball. Madison comes down with it for the game-winning touchdown, and Mills takes their first lead of the game with 10 seconds left. That's how this one would end. The Comets come from behind, 31-27 the final. What a game, and what a way to start conference play.
And speaking of starting conference play, the Razorbacks starting conference play, SEC play against LSU tonight in Baton Rouge against the LSU Tigers. That game will be at 6 p.m. on ESPN, and of course we will have you completely covered right here on THV 11 after our 10 p.m. newscast with Hog Zone. We'll have some highlights and some post-game reactions after the game. Don't want to miss it, and have a great morning.